everybody, Nick Arnette, cool people I know or meet. Well, I'm continuing my interview with Ellie Fink. Gonna love it. She has now decided to stay in Anderson, Indiana after college and get involved in the community. Really a life changer for her. Some great things she's going to share with you, so enjoy. All right, Ellie, so you graduate and you decide to stay in the community. Your first job is what?
My first job was a church secretary at a church in the neighborhood.
Something pretty cool about that. You were a person that kind of broke a particular barrier there, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty much an all-black church, and I was the first white employee that they had ever had in their 125-year history.
In 125 years, how about that?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, and what was that like? For both sides, how do you think that worked out?
Well, I asked the pastor when he hired me what he thought the most challenging part would be, and he thought that they would have a difficult time with that. But you know what? It really wasn't a problem at all. They were very welcoming to me, and it was definitely, it kind of felt for me like stepping into another culture in a lot of ways, just going to church there even, but it was really neat to learn from a different group of people that I've never really done life with before.
Isn't that great? That's what I like living in Los Angeles. It's probably it is one of the most culturally diverse cities in the world, and I really enjoy that. Mm-hmm. It's more of like I like kind of like the salad bowl mentality. Like we all have something to add to it, and it's just great learning new cultures. But you took the step to do that. I think a lot of people learn that too late, or they just are afraid to try it. But what do you think you learned from that besides the cultural awareness and that?
I think I learned kind of a new spirit of hospitality through them. They had this way about them. I've never felt so welcomed in any space before, and I think they carry that very boldly, and they don't really do life with a lot of reservations.
Nice.
And so I learned a lot from them, and I learned a lot from the pastor. He was amazing. He was really active in the community and just loved being outside and loved meeting people and kind of just loved being on the field, and I learned a lot from him. Yeah,
and if I could be so bold, this was a part of town where people didn't have a lot of money? Would you say that?
Statistically, yeah, it was. It was interesting if you would look at the different zip codes in Anderson. Mm-hmm. This particular zip code had the lowest income and a pretty high population for that amount of income coming in, and the lowest level of education coming in.
But a lot of love.
A lot of love.
A lot of acceptance. A lot of. Isn't that great? Mm-hmm. Isn't that great? That you know what maybe some would consider the people have the least to have the most love, and they're the most giving.
They were
right?
So generous. I mean, they continuously just outpoured different gifts on me. And when I left, they gave a huge kind of going away reception, and everybody gave me a little something to kind of send me on my way. It was really sweet.
Well, something about you, Ellie, is you have kind of adopted kind of a minimalist lifestyle, right? Like you like to don't like to buy new stuff, right? You buy things at the thrift shop, which I think is great. So tell me, how did that happen to you?
That happened, I read a book called Irresistible Revolution by Shane Claiborne.
Can you say that slow?
Yes, Irresistible Revolution.
Irresistible Revolution by Shane Claiborne?
By Shane Claiborne.
Okay, I'll put that down. It really was a life changer for you.
It was, yeah. That was kind of what introduced me into this move into the neighborhood, live simply kind of model. Something I hadn't really been exposed to before. And I remember reading it and just identifying a lot with not wanting to support some of the inhumane ways that our clothes are made, honestly, in other parts of the country. And I felt like one of the best ways to avoid supporting that was to buy clothes used versus new, because I knew I wasn't directly giving my okay by giving money to that company.
Wow. Well, then let me throw this at you. This is a little bit of a curveball. But what if you knew of a company that maybe didn't have a great reputation, but you go to a thrift shop and what you like is 50 cents? Would that be okay?
Because I'm not directly buying it from the company, I don't mind. Because for me, I think we have to be very careful as consumers with the purchases we're making, because basically every time you purchase something, you're giving your consent to what that company is doing.
And keep doing it again.
Right.
Okay.
And so for me, by buying it from a thrift store, it was a secondhand purchase. So I wasn't giving my money and my vote, I guess, to that company.
Right.
It was bought supporting, I guess, a more recycled means.
Do you see yourself living the rest of your life like that?
I hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I would like to get better at it too. Find more creative ways to support what I believe in.
Would you? What do you see yourself doing? Because you know, sky's the limit. You have this business degree with a nonprofit. You know, do you see yourself maybe doing that?
I would love. Community is really at the core of what I believe in. So I see whatever I do in life involving community. The current dream, I would love to create some sort of kind of home, I guess, where people could come and live no matter what circumstance they're coming out of. Maybe just a transitional period, maybe someone trying to get on their feet, maybe people looking to come and live in community, and kind of create those spaces to get to know each other and kind of find God in that.
But it wouldn't be, I don't want anybody out there confused with the concept of the commune way back in the 60s. We're not talking about that at all, are we? Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay then, all right. And you're back in Denver now. You left Anderson,
yes.
So why did you leave Anderson?
I left Anderson because I got engaged.
You got engaged?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yep. I got engaged to someone who was also living in Anderson at the time, on the west side actually. And we came back because both of our families were from Colorado and we wanted to have some family time before getting married.
All right. And you know what? We are going to meet Ellie's fiance. So stay tuned. Cool, huh? A lot of things to think about too. By the way, I'm going to put the website for New Hope Church there in Anderson, Indiana, right there, right underneath, right there. It's probably going to be there right now, okay? Can't do it right now because I'm talking to you. But anyway, I'm going to put it right there. And if you want to reach out to them, send them some money, that'd be cool because you know they're spending it the right way. Why not? They didn't ask me to tell you that, but I'm just doing it because I feel like it, okay? So if you want to, send them some dough or just say hi, say you're cool, you're helping your community where you're at, and that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, man. You help the people around you that need it. You see the need and you do something about it, okay? You don't just talk about it, you do it, huh? Okay, enough preaching there. One more part, we're going to meet Ellie's fiance, Chris, in the next episode. He's a really good dude. Matter of fact, he was the cameraman for the last 2 parts of this episode. He did a really good job. You know, I'm very proud of him. You know, yeah, cool. I'm sure you are too. Meanwhile, be cool, everybody. See you in the next one.